As a 6, 7-year-old boy, I would end up with bits of clocks and cogs and wheels and valves from radios and TVs and bits of old electrical stuff, and I would take it to pieces and we'd make spaceships and rockets and robots. I just always loved to make things, really. Old cameras, old cine equipment, love a nice wooden box, love an old tin. And yeah, everything just sort of turns up. I don't know how, but it just turns up. 8 years ago, maybe, when the cuts started to happen, financial cuts started to happen really seriously, the art world and the education world started to not have as much money in it as it used to have. And so I started up this little sideline of making these little robot sculptures. I've made some for friends in the past as presents, and they've been amazed by them. And everyone was like, well, you know, why not start it off as a little business? Each robot that I build has a little story. There's a lot of influence from sort of Monty Python and Doctor Who and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, all that kind of British, quintessentially British humour that made me laugh as a kid. I like to bring that into the stories for the robots. When people see the sculptures that I make, I want them to be happy, mostly, you know. I like to put a smile on people's faces. I do a lot of markets, and I sit on a market stall doing these artisan markets. And the thing I most love is seeing the kids' faces when they come up and they're just blown away by the you know, oh, robots, look at this, Daddy. If the kid's interested enough, then they come down to my studio and I teach them how to build. And I do robot workshops here, getting a kid down here, and I get them on the angle grinder and the bench grinder, and I get the sparks flying, and I get all the parents take the photographs of the kid doing the robot workshop, and they take that into school and they do a presentation in school of what they did at the weekend. That gives me a real big buzz to show, to think that I'm teaching the next generation, you know. My name is Mark Haig, and I run a little business called Gizmobots.